If you spend enough time on the road, you start to notice something. Motorcycles are not just machines, they are personalities, extensions of the people riding them. And while every rider believes they are completely unique, the truth is that almost every single person on two wheels falls into one of 7 distinct categories. You know these riders. You have seen them at red lights. You have passed them on highways. You have ridden with them. And if you are honest with yourself, you are probably one of them. This is the 7 types of riders you see on the road. Number 1. The shiny beginner. You can spot the shiny beginner from a mile away. Not because of how they ride, but because of how they look. Everything is brand new. The leather jacket still smells like a showroom. The boots do not have a single scuff mark on the toes. The helmet visor is so clean you can see your own reflection in it. Even the motorcycle looks like it was uncrated 20 minutes ago. The shiny beginner adheres to every single rule ever written. They keep both hands glued to the handlebars at all times. They signal 300 meters before every turn. They stop at yellow lights with surgical precision. And when they park, they check the kickstand 4 times before trusting it to hold the bike up. Their riding style is a mix of extreme concentration and mild terror. You can see their brain working through every gear shift. Clutch in, foot up, clutch out, throttle. They are practicing the mechanics of riding in real time, and every smooth stop feels like a personal victory. Here's the thing about the shiny beginner that most experienced riders forget. They are in the most exciting phase of their entire riding life. Every corner is a discovery. Every ride is an achievement. They are terrified, excited, and completely hooked. We were all the shiny beginner once, and deep down, we all miss that feeling. Number 2. The TRACKDAY Weekend Warrior. The TRACKDAY Weekend Warrior does not ride a motorcycle. They pilot a surface-to-air missile with license plates. Their bike is an inline 4 or a V4 superbike painted in race replica colors. It has titanium exhaust pipes that wake up neighborhoods 3 zip codes away, carbon fiber parts that save 3 grams of weight, and tires that look like they were warmed in a blanket before the ride. The Weekend Warrior dresses for a MotoGP starting grid, even if they are just riding to get a sandwich. Full one-piece leather suit with knee sliders that have actual puckwear on them, race boots that squeak when they walk, and gloves with titanium knuckles. On the road, they are a study in contrast. In traffic, they look miserable, the bike is overheating, their wrists are hurting, and the engine is complaining at low RPMs. But the moment the road clears and a winding section appears, the Weekend Warrior transforms. They drop 2 gears, hang a butt cheek off the seat, lay the bike into the corner at an angle that defies physics, and disappear into the horizon with a scream that sounds like a Formula One car. They treat every mountain pass like it is Laguna Seca. They measure their rides not in miles, but in lean angle and apex speed. Number 3. The Adventure Overpacker. The Adventure Overpacker is prepared for the apocalypse, not just a rain shower. The literal end of human civilization. Their motorcycle is a massive dual sport machine that stands 6 feet tall at the handlebars. It is covered in aluminum panniers, heavy steel crash bars, auxiliary LED lights bright enough to signal alien spacecraft, and a GPS unit larger than a tablet. If you look closely at their setup, you will find 2 spare inner tubes and a portable tire inflator, a complete socket set and 3 types of tape, a camping stove and a water filtration system, a satellite beacon, and enough freeze-dried food to survive 2 weeks in the Gobi Desert. Where are they riding today? To the local coffee shop. On a Sunday morning, 3 miles from their house. The Adventure Overpacker is a philosopher of preparation. They love the gear as much as the ride. They can talk for 45 minutes about the waterproofing rating of their jacket, or the tread pattern of their knobby tires. And even if 95% of their miles are on smooth asphalt, that remaining 5%, the gravel driveway, the dirt trail behind the gas station, makes every single pound of equipment completely worth it. They are living an expedition fantasy, and honestly, we respect the dedication. Number 4, the Heavy Cruiser Captain. You do not hear the Heavy Cruiser Captain coming. You feel them coming. The low, guttural rumble of a massive V-twin engine vibrates in your chest before the motorcycle even rounds the corner. The captain rides a machine that weighs more than a small car. Chrome everywhere, polished aluminum, leather saddlebags with fringe, Highway pegs so far forward, the rider looks like they are reclining in a living room armchair. The captain's outfit is a classic uniform: black leather vest, jeans, heavy boots, fingerless gloves, half helmet or no helmet at all, depending on local laws. Dark sunglasses regardless of the weather. The captain does not rush. Rushing is for people with places to be. The captain is already where they want to be, on the highway, cruising at 55 miles per hour, soaking in the thunder of the engine and the rhythm of the road. They do not wave with 2 fingers down. They do a slow, low hand drop that communicates absolute calm. They do not care about horsepower or lean angle. They care about torque, presence, and the open highway. The captain represents the classic, timeless spirit of American motorcycle culture, and nobody does it with more swagger. Number 5. The Rainy Viking. The Rainy Viking is a rare species, but when you see one, you never forget it. It is pouring rain. The sky is dark gray. Cars are crawling at 20 miles per hour with their hazard lights blinking. Normal people are inside drinking hot coffee. Normal riders have their bikes locked safely in garages. And then, through the wall of water, a headlight appears. It is the Rainy Viking. They are riding a 15-year-old Japanese commuter bike with a tall windscreen. High-vis yellow rain gear that has seen better days. Water is streaming off their helmet visor. Their boots are soaked. The road is a river, and they are completely fine. The Rainy Viking does not check the weather forecast. Weather is an opinion. The road is a fact. They ride 365 days a year. Snow, rain, heat, ice, it does not matter. The motorcycle is their primary transportation, their daily routine, and their element. They ride with a quiet, effortless competence born from thousands of miles in terrible conditions. They do not lean aggressively. They do not brake hard. They flow through the water with the calm precision of someone who has solved the physics of wet pavement years ago. The Rainy Viking does not seek comfort. They seek the road. Number 6. The old-timer legend. The old-timer legend has forgotten more about motorcycles than most of us will ever know. They ride an unpretentious bike, maybe a 20-year-old Honda, a retro classic, or a well-worn touring machine with 150,000 miles on the original engine. The bike is not clean, but it is mechanically immaculate. Every cable is lubricated. Every bolt is torqued. The chain is adjusted to perfection. The old-timer wears gear that is older than half the riders on the road. A scuffed leather jacket that has faded from black to dark gray. Boots that have been resoled 3 times. A helmet with history written in small scratches across the shell. When you talk to the old-timer at a gas station, they do not brag. They do not talk about top speed or how fast they took a corner. They tell stories. Stories about cross-country rides before GPS existed. Stories about fixing a broken clutch cable with a pair of pliers and a shoelace on a deserted mountain highway in 1984. The old-timer rides smoothly, effortlessly, with a grace that only comes from decades in the saddle. They do not push the bike. They do not push themselves. They just ride. And watching them move through traffic is like watching a master craftsman at work. Number 7. The commuter ghost. The commuter ghost is invisible. That is their superpower. They ride a modest 2550 cc's to 650 cc standard or scooter. Plain black jacket. Plain helmet. No flash, no loud exhaust, no neon accents. They merge into traffic at 7:45 a.m. and disappear at 5:15 p.m. every single weekday. The ghost does not ride for the lifestyle. They do not belong to a club. They do not post photos of their bike on social media. They ride because it turns a 45-minute gridlocked car commute into a 15-minute lane-filtering breeze. They save money on gas. They park anywhere they want. They split lanes with surgical efficiency while car drivers sit in air-conditioned misery staring at red taillights. The commuter ghost is the most practical rider on the road. They treat the motorcycle not as a toy, not as an identity, but as the ultimate urban cheat code. And every morning while car drivers suffer in traffic, the ghost quietly glides past, grinning under their helmet, winning the day before it even starts. Conclusion: 7 different riders. 7 different machines. 7 completely different ways of experiencing the world on 2 wheels. The shiny beginner is discovering the magic. The trackday warrior is chasing the limit. The adventure overpacker is preparing for the unknown. The heavy cruiser captain is riding the thunder. The Rainy Viking is conquering the elements. The old-timer legend is carrying the history. And the commuter ghost is beating the system. On the surface, they have almost nothing in common. But put them all in the same gas station on a Saturday afternoon, and the barriers melt away. Because under the different jackets, behind the different helmets, on top of the different machines, they all share the exact same truth. They chose 2 wheels over 4. They chose the wind over a metal box. They chose to be alive on the road instead of just traveling through it. Which one are you? Drop it in the comments. And as always, ride safe, keep the rubber side down, and see you on the road.